What's happening, sports fans? We welcome you back to another episode of San Diego Prep Insider. It's the Claremont Chieftains. They are in studio for the first time as a football team. We've had their water polo team in here, but now we got the football team because they are claiming that big things are coming this year. It seems like bigger things are in studio than the last couple of years. Like physically, you guys look like you're a little bit larger football team than we've seen Claremont have. Let's start left to right with some introductions, because normally people just know you guys with a face mask and numbers, and now we can put faces to the names. So name, grade, position, please.
My name is Diego Jaimez. I'm in 12th grade, and I play left guard and defensive tackle.
My name is Nick. I'm going into 12th grade, and I play free safety.
My name is Robert Vilches. I'm going into 12th grade, and I play fullback and outside linebacker.
Yeah, man, after my own heart right there. Let's go.
My name's Chase Dunleavy. I play running back and DB, and I'm going into 12th grade.
So he blocks for you.
Yeah.
Can you guys stand up real quick? So you make the littler guy block for the bigger guy. Okay. There we go. I guess, yeah, you get lower. You can get those angles. Okay, perfect.
My name is Brandon Flores. Class of 2023, and I play linebacker and fullback.
Ooh.
My name's Scott Sullivan. I'm a senior, and I play cornerback and receiver.
My name is Bobby Flint, class of 2023. Play linebacker and O-line.
This is also another first interview where we've ever had two fullbacks. Is it run heavy offense again this year? I'm assuming you guys kind of did like a mesh sort of option thing last year.
Last year was a lot of like run heavy, but this year we're kind of going more towar's the passing side also.
So, but passes to your fullbacks? Like
we have some couple plays in there.
Into the microphone, please.
We got a couple plays for fullbacks, showing love out there.
That's what's up. We'll put that on the poll at SD Prep Insider on Twitter, on Instagram is where you can find all the polls. Is it time to bring back showing love to the fullback? Is what we will put out there. As somebody that went myself 3 carries and 1 reception for 4 yards my sophomore year of high school. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. Time to show them some love. Exactly. So I like asking people, where are you at right now? And this is an open question to everybody. If the season started today and you had to put a number 0 to 100 in terms of the percentage that Claremont High School is ready right now for game number 1, where are we at? It can be different offense, defense, or you can answer that overall, however you guys want to go about that. 0 to 100, how ready is Claremont right now?
I don't know about everyone else, but I'm feeling 110. Like, I'm super confident and excited for the season. We don't want a repeat of last year. We've been working super hard in the off season to make sure that we get better results this year.
Yeah, I agree with Diego a lot. I think we're coming together a lot better than last year. There's a couple of tweaks we need to work on with our defense, but other than that, I think we're pretty set.
Offense, you said it's looking a little bit different than last year. It's going to be a little bit more expanded. Is this because you guys as a senior class are we senior heavy on the team this year? You guys are in control. You've kind of grown into this over the last couple of years. So maybe last year is growing pains is what I was getting.
Yeah.
Kind of a rough year last year. Kind of a building year, I'd say, because now we got our seniors that we've been working with since freshman year. So I think it's going to be a great year for us.
Well, so I'm curious with rough year, and because sometimes it's you laugh, and sometimes it's bad juju to even bring it up, and sometimes teams will say like I was talking with some guys from Lincoln yesterday, and they lost to Helix on a 4th and 2 conversion in the championship game, and they're like, no, we shut that out. We're not even thinking about that.
Yeah.
So for you guys, was last year like, okay, it's done, let's not even look back at it? Or was there a lot of games where you're like, this offseason, you've been grinding, thinking like, we never want to feel X, Y, or Z again?
I mean, I kind of just use it as like motivation almost. So I kind of like to look back at it as like, I want to work way harder to like not repeat of that again.
Yeah, like Bobby said, like last year, instead of just shutting it out, we use it as motivation and like to build on the mistakes that we made last year. And we also like, a lot of people like humiliated us. We felt humiliated by like our friends and family. So we definitely don't want that to happen again this year.
So as a program, I do think it's interesting because you guys were one of the maybe half dozen schools during the first COVID year that went non-varsity. You went JV only. So you guys as a senior class have had to weather on, and it now also sounds like off the field, some pretty gruesome and hard struggles to get here to this senior point. So you guys still, though, there's 7 of you here, and more seniors not here with us, like that's pretty good follow through for a group of dudes that had to do all of the like going through hell and year after year after year. What's special about you guys as a senior class? What kept you guys together? What's motivated you guys so much? Why do you guys like each other or hate each other and just like playing football together?
I think what's really special about us is we've all grown up together, like from middle school and to high school, and we've all just been together and gone through a lot of crap together.
I agree with Nick, and overall, like everybody on the team right now that's varsity has been here since freshman year. So like every year we go and play, it's like we just get tighter and tighter, like as a family. So you can say like we're brothers, in other words.
On campus, you guys, it sounds like need to send a gentle reminder to people to pay a little bit more attention and give a little bit more love this year. Looking at the schedule, and I hate doing the whole, hey, here's the whole schedule that you'll never remember, but we'll shotgun it out real quick. This year, you guys on the schedule, I'm pulling it up right now. You guys you open up against Escondido Charter, then you got Army, Navy, Maranatha, Southwest San Diego, Mar Vista, Calipatria, Kearney, Coronado, Hoover, Crawford. Is there something? Oh, I have opened up a Max Preps page with sound. Is there something on that schedule early on, at least, that you guys have circled as a coming out game where you're like, hey,
definitely Escondido Charter. We got to be
so
ready
right out the gate.
First week. Yeah, that's going to be one of the hardest teams we play. We already know that, so that's why we're trying to get as much work as we can now. Be ready for the first week.
Yeah, I was about to say that the first week is already circled on my calendar. I don't know about like the next 9 weeks, but I know that we got to show out for our home crowd, our first home game, and we don't want to have a repeat of last year's home games. So we got to come out with a dub.
So Escondido Charter is where you guys are. It sounds like you kind of have, hey, win or lose. That's where we're going to at least gauge
exactly.
where we're at in terms of our off season. Is there anybody not here right now that we need to shout out or highlight or say that like these guys are going to have? And you can scoot back to you a little bit.
Jackson Merrifield, our quarterback.
Yeah, shout out to Luke Lander, our running back, and John, another running back we have.
Okay, so you're gonna pass the ball only to running backs this year. Is what you have 3 running backs here.
Hey, we still got Scotty. We still got Scotty.
We got a dog right here.
Hey, y'all, don't be sleeping on Scotty too hotty.
It's okay. Real question, Scotty. Do you expect a ball other than a slant the first couple of games? Will you guys do a play past 7 yards downfield out the gate?
Yeah.
Okay.
So. We've been practicing on that a lot.
You need one. You're like coach.
Yeah.
Just one, please.
I talked to him. We were doing 7s, and I was like, all right, now you see what we got. You got to throw me the ball now.
Well, so what's 7-on-7 been like for you guys this summer? Because I think sometimes the teams will come in here and be like, yeah, it's great. We had a blast, whatever. It wasn't really how we run our offense. When you guys are doing something that's maybe a little bit more misdirection and closeness, have you been able to really implement that kind of stuff over summer, or has it just been good workouts?
I feel like we did really good on like 7-on-7s against like other schools and stuff like that from like other divisions, and like we actually like showed off what we can do and like how we worked during the off season.
7-on-7 was like it was fun, but it was also like a good learning experience to show what we worked on during the off season, and definitely against higher competition too. We performed how we wanted to.
Yeah, and it also just taught us what we need to work on too, because like they both said, we played some pretty good teams in higher divisions. That really made us work. So now we know what to work on, and that's what we've been really doing in the summer conditioning.
You guys have one of, I think, the less appreciated color schemes in all of San Diego. There's not really this orange and blue combo anywhere. As a Syracuse alum myself, I like the orange and blue. It is underutilized. Is there anything new coming this season, uniforms-wise, that we can talk about?
They're not new, but watch out for the homecoming game. We got some drip coming.
It was the homecoming game? What, you guys have already decided the homecoming look?
Yeah, I think
we got some special jerseys for homecoming.
What does special jersey mean? They're not new. Like, did you dig up some like old like from the 90s?
Hey, I'm not sure. You gotta ask our coach.
Oh, they're top secret.
Just stay tuned.
Just stay tuned. Have a black jersey made it in yet? You guys have the primarily blue ones with white pants, and then what else?
We got the white on white.
White on white,
and then we got the white on blue.
White on blue. So
and then we also got the blue on blue.
But no black uniforms yet.
Yeah, I wish.
No black ones.
We're trying for it, man.
You're angling for them?
Crawford did the all black last year, and I thought that was
clean.
so sick.
Well, they're starting to make their way into San Diego high school sports, but football specifically.
Crawford and Kearney, those are fire.
And Hilltop has done all blacks with just like the green numbers and stuff. And a lot of coaches though sitting here and go, black's not one of our colors. That's not one of the school colors. And I'm like, but it pops though. That's what.
Our baseball team did black unis with the blue and orange, and they looked fire. So,
you guys also, I suppose, got to use up the logo while you can until it's deemed racist. And you go to the school formerly known as the Claremont Chieftains, and you have to go through a Sarah thing where you have to rebrand, which that would be no fun in the middle, to lose your uniforms in the middle of high school or something like that. For you guys now going forward, we've talked, it's going to be, a little bit of getting through that first week, getting through the first, non-league or whatever, but down the stretch, who is the rival? Is Coronado, is Kearney, is there one team that is the rival?
We've been playing Hoover ever since the COVID year, and they got the best of us the past 2 years. So I think we kind of want our revenge on Hoover for sure.
Yeah,
because there can be school rival, but then there can also be team rival.
Yeah.
So you guys right now as a team, it's Hoover.
I agree with Bobby, but I'd say Hoover and Crawford for sure.
last year we were coming out playing Kearney our last game, and we expected to get a better result than last year. So I'm definitely looking out for Kearney as well.
You can't get anything other than better results than last year, I suppose, hypothetically. At some point, you just got to laugh about it and be like, hey, we survived that season. None of us quit. None of us got horrendously injured or anything like that. Any other multi-sport athletes here?
Yep.
All of you guys?
Yeah. So, let's see. One, myself, Robert, Chase, Brandon. So everyone here besides Scott, we play rugby for the Claremont, but we mix with UC. Yeah.
They don't give a bleep from what I've heard, the Honey Badgers. So you guys mix with UC for a team?
For a rugby team.
It's like a club sport.
It's not quite enough yet to be a full CIF thing, but it's probably going to get there. Like in 10 years, you'll come back to high school sports and be like, for sure. Well, that's dope. I wish that was a thing. Because it's what? Saints, Torrey Pines,
I think
Cathedral, you guys.
Even like Mission Bay, I think.
We're like clubs also.
We played, and then, so traditional rugby is with the 15 people. We did sevens because we just all agreed it.
Sevens is more fast-paced,
exactly.
higher scoring,
It's just
right?
it's more fun. So we were like, let's just do sevens. So we played a lot of teams from like, East County.
So how'd you guys wind up playing rugby? Was that just your football players who wanted to find something else, or
Well, so
give the man a mic? He said he wants to.
Well, yeah, we actually did pretty good compared to our football season. We went 20-4.
Yeah, but how did you wind up picking rugby? Like, did coach show up and be like, "Hey, we're all gonna go do rugby in the off season"? Because it's not a high school sport. So how did you wind up?
So it was also like us kind of wanting to get better because, like, of course, you got to tackle a lot. You got to like make your tackles in rugby. You'll get exposed easily. So it kind of like motivated us also for football to get better, just like with tackling stuff like that.
Okay, so how did we wind up in rugby? So I started playing rugby in 6th grade for the Aztecs, Dusty Rhodes with him. And then I played there for 3 years. And then the third year I was able to get him out, Bobby, and Robert. Yeah. So then we played, and Luke Lander, who's not here. And then we rolled into high school. And then I was able to get, me and Luke just recruited a lot of the football kids, Brandon, and then Diego, and then some more kids too, some underclassmen. So that's pretty much how we got like the numbers for the rugby team.
So a gradual just recruitment, and has it made everybody better tacklers?
Definitely, definitely.
I could have used that then, apparently. Well, this is the part of the show that we call elevator music, where I turn all the microphones down to share an in-studio joke that's not appropriate for air. I had a coach tell me my freshman year that I couldn't have tackled a retarded kid in a wheelchair. That's how bad I was defensively at football. That also shows that I played in a different time where coaches were able to say things a little more candidly to players. So rugby is winter season? Is spring season? When does rugby
Yeah.
happen?
So it's like right after the football season, which is the
So
winter, I believe,
you
right?
guys roll into rugby season beat to hell,
Yeah,
and
pretty
are
much.
like somehow though I feel like less hurt by the end of rugby season because you actually learn how to control your body a lot more than football players.
Yeah.
I've always thought that that's a funny reality. Is like, oh, everyone's like, oh, you must just be missing teeth and everything, and you're like, no, because you learn how to like, I got to take my little part of my shoulder here and just control it, as opposed to football players are just like, no
Yeah,
regard for my physical well-being. I'm going to throw myself at that linebacker.
And you don't have helmets, so like you don't use your head a lot. Or, like, pads and stuff like
You don't stick your head in the middle of some pulling guards and be like, hey, did I slow him down a little bit? Why is the room spinning right now? Oh, I've got a concussion again. Great. Wonderful. Love those. Anything else? Are baseball players, any track people or anything like that?
Scotty?
I'm a baseball player.
You were not
No,
in
no,
or
no.
you're saying
Nah,
yes that
that
he's a
was the
baseball
same.
player?
I'm golf, man.
There we go. I have always said
Best
that
golf player at Claremont.
I have always said that if I was going to get into the high school
he
coaching
sucks.
ranks, it was going to be high school golf, because high school golf coaches have the best job out of anything. You just have to hang out. Like, how much golfing does he actually coach you on? Like a little bit here and there, but
It's just like the driving range every single day. It's just practicing.
yeah, no, it's the best. You get a varsity letter out of it, and you get to go golf.
That's the best part.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. So what's home course for you guys?
Tegaloti.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. I have lost many a dozen balls into all sorts of parts of that canyon. Is there a golf? Is it you guys and Hoover for golf rivals too, or?
We play. It's just like the only team I can remember playing is Madison, because my freshman year it got cut short.
Well, I'll tell you what. We'll have you then back on for golf season, and you can be one of our golf correspondents this year. Yeah,
It's gonna be me and probably one other kid.
deal. That's all you need. That's all you need is one or two kids. Okay, so like we said, we'll have the schedule up. You guys are looking for Escondido Charter. It's going to be a bigger team than we've had in the last couple years. Things are going up. I usually like to close out with, though, for the seniors, and this is all of you guys. So if we go left to right, I get that this answer might get repetitive, or be like, not all of you guys have to answer this, but open question to everybody is what do you guys want to leave as a legacy, or what do you want the class of 23's impact to be, or what do you want to be remembered for? Like,
CIF championship. We want to turn around, because almost every single year, like recently that we've been in middle school and we've been watching Claremont, they haven't been very successful. Like, we made the playoffs a couple times, but not very far. So we want our class to be remembered as the team that went to the CIF and went all the way.
Yeah, Diego pretty much just said my answer.
Diego said my answer too.
damn, no, hey, you laugh, but if that's where the goal is set, I love that. That not a lot of teams come in here with a unified, just, hey, we're looking at a championship.
Yeah, I think we kind of set that goal pretty early too. Right out of last year, we really wanted to change. I think we really want to change our school's reputation. Like, not a school you walk all over, but a school you worry about playing.
Which,
Like a school.
honestly, unfortunately, seems to be the reality across the board athletically for everything you guys do. And I know that this is not. I know that this is a football interview, but like your water polo team, guys and girls, has made it deep playoff runs the last couple of years. Your baseball team has made deep playoff runs the last couple of years. Your basketball team has been involved in a couple. Like it's something that, yeah, like across the board, you have athletes at Claremont and just not the respect for it.
I agree with them. Like, ring season, but I also want to be like remembered as a group of guys that actually did something and like showed out. Maybe ruined a couple people's seasons.
Yeah,
Just be that person. That does it.
I want to leave like a legacy, the class, but also myself, trying to put up as many numbers as possible, as many touchdowns, receptions, as many of that stuff.
We need to force feed him the ball. This guy sounds hungry
he's
for
hungry.
a touchdown. This guy sounds
Scott's
starved for
Hey, schools, watch out for
What-
Scotty Tuhati this year.
Scotty Tuhati. Is that our team hashtag this year? Get
Yeah,
Scotty.
Scotty Tuhati.
Ha-
Get on the
hashtag.
ball. Just
Where does
toss him
Scotty?
up the
Where does
rock.
Scotty Tuhati come from? Is that your Instagram handle? Are you a rapper?
Nah, that's just it. And like from my teams, even when I was younger, like 10, coaches called me Scotty Tuhati. It just stuck kind of.
All right, Scotty Tuhati. Scotty Tuhati. Then what is the play that you want them to call for your first touchdown this year? You want a deep ball, like a deep drag?
I just want a deep, streak.
Just a streak.
toss it to
Just
me.
a 9.
Yeah,
Just
I'll just go up.
Just
get it,
a first play of the season. Okay, Coach.
You like that.
shred it down.
Coach Rose, if you're listening out there, if you give don't look, don't let me pressure you into it. But if you don't give that man, if you don't give Scotty Too Hotty a 9 on the first play of the season, we're going to be disappointed.
Very.
You're going to be publicly shamed, Coach.
I'm gonna do it.
Even if you're on your own 1, and the kick return went horrible, give that man a 9 just to start the season. Let him cut loose. And let's hope that the quarterback can get it there, because I feel like you'll be down.
He will.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a chooch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
He's at throwing practice right now.
and
Baseball.
he's a junior. You said,
Yeah.
or
He's a junior.
okay, so you guys are gonna give him a nice, comfortable blanket. It sounds like to land at, which. Let's hope that there's some younger kids to learn from you guys and all that, so that you don't have to leave him hanging for his senior year. We cut you off before a legacy answer. Did you have anything, or
No.
I don't mean to put you on the spot, but just Scotty Too Hotty,
Not really.
the
about
curls,
legacy.
the vibe, we got lost in his eyes.
Just really like I think about our legacy. I know we got a couple of young like O linemen. Shout out Demetrius, he's a dog.
Big D.
So I'm really excited for our O line too, because they've been putting in a lot of work. Had to shout them out real quick, but
You always got to shout out the
yeah,
O-line.
they've been putting in a lot of work. So I'm excited for that too.
O-line, I mean, it's not even a cliche. It's just a truth that they get the least amount of love, but they also, in the world of social media now, it's gotten even worse, because 7-on-7, you've got all these different skill players, but you've got these guys that are making unrealistic, like, oh man, I had 3 touchdowns this week, and it's like, great, you're a slot receiver. You're going to get 3 touchdowns this season because they're not going to go to you. And like the O-linemen are going to be like, yeah, I power cleaned this weekend, or I did squats. You're like, okay, great. Can't put that on Snapchat for anything exciting like that. And even if you're doing an obscene amount of weight, like you don't get that O-line like summer opportunity to the intern always making her presence felt. You don't get that summer opportunity to show out and be like, hey, look, I pancaked 1 billion people last weekend, which I've always advocated. That should just be a thing. It's just pancake competitions. Just let some poor freshmen and sophomores show up and be like, hey, sorry, you got to let our linemen just thrash you for a couple hours for the sake of social media hype and all that kind of stuff. On our way out, we will include I never know which direction, below us in the link in the bio and whatever, how you can follow all of their goings on this season. You can follow all these guys individually. Is there a team hashtag or a saying, or is it just Scotty Too Hotty is the hashtag this year?
Scotty Too Hotty.
Scotty Too Hotty.
Too hotty.
That's the team motto. All right.
Hashtag win.
Hashtag win because of Scotty Too Hotty. Thank you again, Claremont, for coming in studio. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Thank you.